Right now on Jamaica News Page tonight, we're following a developing story out of Portland.
My daughter has been living with her grandmother in fellowship grants level. She missing from Friday morning. Until now, there is nobody to say where she is or where she is gone to.
A body believed to be that of missing 12-year-old Christal McLean has been discovered in the Rio Grande River, bringing a heartbreaking turn to the search that has gripped the parish for days. Tonight, what witnesses say was found near the scene. Also developing tonight,
breaking news, one client was lost. Another accident in Brooklyn. Yeah, man.
tragedy on Jamaica's roads. 3 men are killed in this devastating multi-vehicle crash in Trelawny. Tonight, police identify the victims and reveal what may have led to this deadly collision. Then,
bloom. And when I miss the fire, I just start run.
That speech come out for weed. How long does it come from?
I'm glad to know nobody they trust me.
frightening moments here at this busy St. Andrew gas station. A vehicle crashes into the fuel pump, sparking a fire and sending workers and emergency responders scrambling into action. How quick thinking may have helped prevent an even greater disaster. Plus, major political developments tonight. The Integrity Commission recommends that Member of Parliament Dr. Andrew Wheatley face charges linked to allegations of illicit enrichment involving more than $160 million in unexplained assets. Dr. Wheatley responds. And there's good news tonight. One of Jamaica's most iconic attractions earns global recognition once again, ranking among the world's top attractions according to travelers. The prestigious honor and what it means for Jamaica's tourism industry later tonight. Welcome back to Jamaica News Page tonight. News that keeps you connected to what's happening across Jamaica, and we're powered by viewers just like you. Please click subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay connected. Thank you for joining us. Therese Coley Michaels. Jamaica News Page tonight starts right now. We begin tonight in Portland, where a body believed to be that of missing 12-year-old Christal McLean has been discovered in the Rio Grande River, bringing a heartbreaking turn to a search that has gripped the parish for days. The remains were found shortly after midday on Wednesday at Grande's level by individuals rafting on the river who immediately alerted the police. Investigators say the body was in an advanced state of decomposition. Christal, a resident of Berrydale in Portland who lived with her grandparents, had been missing since Friday, June 12. Police issued a high alert earlier this week after extensive efforts to locate her proved unsuccessful. She was last seen at her home at about 7 o'clock on the morning she disappeared. Residents at the scene reported seeing a bag containing clothing believed to belong to Christal, along with school books found nearby. Christal attended Port Antonio High School. Following her disappearance, Christal's mother, Shauna Minot, made appeals on social media urging anyone with information to come forward as the search for her daughter intensified.
My daughter has been living with her grandmother in fellowship grants level. She missing from Friday morning. Until now, there is nobody to say where she is or where she is gone to. She missing from Friday. It's 4 days now. We're 72 hours up. Me just want her to come back home. And that's it. Me not ask the money. Me not ask anything else. Me just want her to come home to me.
Investigators are awaiting the results of a post-mortem examination to determine the cause of death and formally confirm the identity of the deceased. Meanwhile, investigators say they have not yet established a motive or made a breakthrough in the death of a 79-year-old yoga instructor who was found dead at her Negril home earlier this week. The woman has been identified as Fanette Johnson, a French national who had lived in Jamaica for more than a decade and taught yoga at several hotels in the resort town. Residents reportedly discovered Johnson's body at her home Tuesday morning and contacted the police. Investigators say she was found lying on the floor with bruises to her neck. A senior police official says considerable investigative work has already been carried out, but there were no obvious signs of forced entry at the home, making the circumstances surrounding her death difficult to determine at this stage. A post-mortem examination is expected to help investigators determine exactly how Johnson died. Now to a developing health story. Emergency surgeries are continuing at the Kingston Public Hospital despite ongoing challenges with the facility's air conditioning system. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Errol Green, says two of the hospital's four main operating theaters have been affected by the breakdown.
Repairs have been completed satisfactorily, but in order to put the theaters back in service, the other two, they require two HEPA filters that have to be sourced, manufactured and sourced overseas. They can't be sourced here in Jamaica. So we have ordered them and we are expecting them to be air freighted into Jamaica. We have a commitment to get these HEPA filters in by mid next week. After they are installed, then the theaters have to be cleaned, they have to be sanitized. But as it is now, surgeries are going on at the KPH. Elective surgeries have been scaled down, but emergency surgeries are going on. But what has been done in the meanwhile, they're putting some cassette units and some split units. So those are working and everything should be okay from the accident and emergency standpoint.
So you would anticipate what, in another 2 to 3 weeks, having gotten the parts here, you should have the ACs. And would this represent a permanent solution or this is more a patchwork?
For now, is a little bit more than a patchwork, but what we are doing, we are in procurement now for a new system, air conditioning system for those areas. Because the system is old, it's very old, and it's in need of replacement. So while we are doing that, we are in procurement, in the middle of procurement now to get a new system to outfit those areas at the hospital.
In other developments tonight, three men lost their lives in this devastating three-vehicle collision along the Braco Main Road in Trelawny on Wednesday night. Police have identified the deceased as 22-year-old Jamar Johnson, Javiel Johns, and Clinton Douglas. Investigators say the crash involved a Toyota Hiace, Toyota Fielder, and Toyota Voxy. Preliminary reports suggest that Mr. Johns, the driver of the Toyota Fielder, attempted to overtake another vehicle before the collision occurred. Several people were injured and transported to hospital for treatment. Now take a look at this scene in St. Andrew where a vehicle crashes into a fuel pump at this busy service station on Constant Spring Road.
I speed to the one speed up here.
Yeah, clear, bloom. And when I miss the fire, I just start run.
That speed to come out for weed. How long does the truck come from?
I'm glad saying no nobody they trust me.
I'm even near leak. And I'm there with car from the pump.
It's out now, thank God. Just kill it. Out it completely.
This is my rig pump.
The incident happened on Tuesday afternoon at this Texaco station. Preliminary reports indicate that this vehicle suddenly accelerated after entering the compound and slammed into one of the pumps, sparking a fire. Staff members quickly responded with fire extinguishers and managed to contain the blaze before emergency crews arrived. As of news time, the driver's identity and condition remain unknown. Investigations are continuing. In other news tonight, the Integrity Commission has recommended that Member of Parliament for St. Catharines South Central and a Minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister responsible for science, technology, and special projects, Dr. Andrew Wheatley, be charged in connection with allegations of illicit enrichment. According to a report tabled in Parliament, investigators say Dr. Wheatley accumulated more than $160 million in assets that they believe could not be fully explained by his reported income between 2013 and 2022. Investigators also reviewed about $595 million deposited into four of Dr. Wheatley's personal bank accounts and say roughly $168 million remained unexplained after accounting for deposits that were verified. The report further raised concerns about tax compliance, noting that Dr. Wheatley filed zero tax returns for 2011 and 2012 in relation to Western Medical, despite evidence that the business was operating during that period. The report adds, according to his own evidence, he earned approximately $26 million. Investigators also flagged concerns regarding his personal income tax filings. The Integrity Commission has recommended that the matter be referred to the Director of Corruption Prosecution for consideration of charges relating to illicit enrichment, false declarations, and failure to provide information. But Dr. Wheatley is strongly rejecting the findings. In a statement, he says he intends to challenge the report in court and maintains that every dollar and every asset he owns was lawfully acquired. The Member of Parliament argues that investigators failed to properly account for approximately $168 million in rental income accumulated over 9 years, as well as legitimate loan repayments tied to his real estate business. He insists there is no credible evidence that he acquired wealth through unlawful means and says he intends to vigorously defend his reputation. The government is also responding tonight to questions surrounding a new agreement with the United States involving the transfer of third country nationals through Jamaica.
First of all, Jamaica is not receiving any deportees from the United States, except Jamaicans. We accept every month 100 Jamaican deportees. We are receiving, and we have no agreement to, or understanding, the MOUs, to receive convicts from the United States. Unless, of course, any Jamaicans are deported, which we have agreements, because America is our primary ally and primary partner in trade and in security. There is no discussion, review, or understand to accept 10,000 illegal immigrants from the United States. We have signed an agreement to transition to Jamaica some third country nationals from the United States. The number is 25. It's an understanding, and at no time will the number exceed 25 because we have the right to refuse anyone at any time. And both parties can terminate the entire agreement without any long-term notice. The process is basically the operational procedure is still being worked out and being negotiated by the professionals, and it will be some time before we see anyone landing here. But when they do, they will come on the basis of an understanding that the government of the United States will pay the initial stay in Jamaica. They'll be accommodated by the International Organization for Migrants, United Nations body, with which we are working, and of course the Ministry of National Security will deal with the technical legal side. There will be nobody detained, nobody with detention, as part of an international understanding, not a bilateral agreement.
Why transit through Jamaica and not directly back to their country or their destination country? No,
that's a technical issue which have been discussed, and it is, as I said, several countries. Not why Jamaica is one of the American island in the Caribbean, and we work that through. It's the way it goes. I think the philosophy behind it, and I can say that is why, is that if they stay in the United States, they have an opportunity to apply to stay. So the people are coming, and they're coming literally from being apprehended at the border and sent to Jamaica after some routine checks are done. They don't intend to stay in Jamaica, so the United States pay their airfare and they go back home. Their return rate so far has been about 94%. A few have opted to stay. There are a couple of Jamaicans in other countries who are not coming back to Jamaica. They were deported by the United States. When that happens, the numbers in the next shipment drop by that number. So if all 25 decide to stay, so there will be no crowding on flag of Jamaica. If all 25 decide to stay, we stop the program immediately.
And finally tonight, there's some good news for Jamaica's tourism industry. Dunsborough Falls and Park has been named a winner of the 2026 TripAdvisor Traveler's Choice Award placing the iconic attraction among the top 10% of attractions worldwide. The Urban Development Corporation, which manages the attraction, says the recognition is based on consistently positive reviews from visitors and highlights excellence in customer service, environmental stewardship, and destination management. Officials say the award further strengthens Jamaica's reputation as one of the Caribbean's leading tourism destinations. Located in Ocho Rios, St. Anne, Duns River Falls and Park is among the Caribbean's most visited attractions and is known for its waterfall climbing experience, beach access, and ecotourism offerings. Well deserved, and congratulations to the team over at Duns River. And that's the news on Jamaica News Page tonight, news that keeps you connected to what's happening across Jamaica, and we're powered by viewers just like you. Please leave a comment so we can welcome you with a shout out. Thank you for joining us, Therese Coley-Michaels, and also thank you for watching Jamaica News Page tonight. We'll see you in the comments, and be sure to like, share, and join us again for more news. From all of us here, good night.